This is your home for the Trojans. Girard Sports Live.
Snap and leans forward, and that's touchdown number 4 for Scott Moore.
Girard Sports Live is presented by Pregame, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net.
Hooks, throw over to Adolph, quickly down inside, wrap around Boatman, found herself in the right place, foul, and the bucket!
He'll try a 3 and hits. Adolph with it up top, being guarded by Gass. Girard down the lane, off the glass, and good. Nice instinct by Adolph to just take it to the bucket.
Fielded on the short hop, fires this one across. Able to throw the runner out by a step and a half.
Pitch to the outside to Ashbacher. Gets a good block on the outside, and he's in for the touchdown.
It's time for the Trojans. On your home for Girard High School Athletics. Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Baxter Springs, Kansas. A hot, sweaty night here tonight in Baxter Springs on the banks of the Neosho River as the Girard Trojans get ready to take on the home team, the Baxter Springs Lions. Both teams coming into tonight's game at 1-1. We do want to let you know that Girard Sports Live is presented by Pregame, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get Gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Pregame. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Pregame has to offer at ckt.net. Well, let's bring in my broadcast partner, Jess Murphy. And Jess, the Trojans, a big win last week over Riverton and looking to take on a Baxter Springs squad who just picked up their first win of the season last week against Afton, Oklahoma. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as we move forward in the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. But you got to think dealing with the elements here tonight. And then, of course, it's a homecoming night, so there's going to be a long halftime. What do you think the biggest challenges are for the Trojans?
You want my honest opinion, Josh, it's the natural field. We haven't yet to play on grass, and I was out there talking with the team and talking with the coaches for both teams, and that grass is thick.
It's sticky, huh?
It's a little more uneven where this Trojan team practices on turf every day. So, yeah, the heat, the grass, and that's the Spring River, not the Neosho.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Hey, thanks. Yay. Look at you, geography kid. All right. You're right. I feel silly now.
Yep.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break. We come back. We'll kick off the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Take a look at some of the matchups going on around the area tonight in high school football. Get you your keys to the game, your starting lineups as we move towards the opening kickoff. All that coming up right after this on Girard Sports Live.
Why settle for less than the best? Crocan's Gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Crocan has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Crocan.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust, federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $1 short stacks the next day. Eastside Cafe, a favorite of the 4 states winner. Go Trojans from Eastside Cafe.
Welcome back to Baxter Springs. If only you were here for the off-the-air discussion about the sack short stack, dollar sack short stack from Eastside Cafe, but we were determining if a strip sack altered the deal if it was a dollar strip sack tall stack. Which is more than a mouthful, Jess.
That's a lot of words put together.
Well, this is the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. Serving the area for over 30 years, stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Well, Jess, these two teams coming into tonight's game, both hungry to pick up their second win of the year, and after a tough loss to start the season in the first week, 32-10 at Riverton. Baxter able to bounce back with a 13-8 win over Afton, Oklahoma, and they're looking to build on it, but it's a pretty physical Trojan team coming in there. I think they're going to have their hands full.
Yeah, just pure numbers-wise, Girard's probably better on paper, Josh, but Baxter's so much improved. If you remember 2, 3, 4 years ago, Baxter almost didn't even have a program.
Right.
And so kudos to this Baxter school to build this program back up, and they're for sure on their way up.
Yeah, there's probably the best numbers I've seen since we've been coming here to Baxter Springs. So that's an encouragement, because the more kids you have involved, the better your program's going to be, the more energy it creates in the community. And so it's good to see good participation rate here at Baxter Springs. But the Trojans, a big win last week over Riverton, and it didn't come easy. There were ups and downs, but I thought the Trojans really played a good, pretty solid all-around game last week, and hopefully they can keep that going this week.
Yeah, and hopefully they maybe control some emotions and limit some of those, what I'm just going to call silly penalties, because they had a couple drive extenders and a couple drive stoppers for themselves on just some silly penalties. So I think if they don't get in their own way, they'll be able to figure some things out early tonight and get out of here pretty victorious.
Those keys to the game brought to you by Evans Motors. Get the keys to your next ride with a stop at Evans Motors. Nate and Eddie have decades of experience getting folks into the right car, truck, van, or SUV that's right for them and their family. Stop by and see them at the intersection of Highways 69 and 400 just south of Pittsburgh, or see their full selection online at evansmotors.net. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the area matchups, get you your starting lineups as we move closer to kickoff here in Baxter Springs. The Trojans and the Lions coming up shortly on Girard Sports Live.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net. or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
The first one here is a 2017 Ford Focus with only 21,000 miles. That one's not for sale though. I'm going to probably keep that one.
Hi, my name's Eddie.
2016 Chevy Malibu with only 13,000 miles, but I might hang on to that one too. So let me show you the next one. Ford F-150, but that one's going to stay with me too. So let's go down to the next one here.
Hi, I'm Eddie.
2017 F-150, so we have 3 of them. I could probably let that one go.
Hi, my name's Eddie.
2015 Ford Transit Cargo. I'm going to keep that one because I have to move here soon. But the rest of them, you're welcome to come out and look at. And I think you'd like a lot of them. We appreciate your business.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Judd, Lori, Lisa, or Amber in Girard for all your insurance needs.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Welcome back to Baxter Springs. So Trojans getting set to take on the Baxter Springs Lions tonight in a match of 1-1 teams here in Cherokee County. Let's take a look at some of the other matchups going around the rest of the area tonight. Hopefully by the time we kick off, Jess, I'll learn to talk and we'll be in a lot better shape.
Well, then we have to do math.
Yeah.
Talk and math.
Pardon me while I fumble through this paperwork. Our look at the area matchups is brought to you by Diskins Auto and Towing, 120 East Forest Avenue in downtown Girard. Diskins offers 24-hour towing and can repair all makes and models. To learn more, contact Diskins Auto and Towing at 620-724-8100. All right, tonight in the area, 1-1 Oswego on the road to take on 2-0 Colony Crest. 1-1 Burlington travels to 0-2 Baldwin. Battle of winless teams tonight going on up at Emporia as 0-2 Emporia hosts 0-2 Coffeyville. Somebody bound to get their first win of the night, barring some weather delay. 1-1 Lebec County on the road taking on 1-1 Pittsburgh tonight in an old SEK League game. 2-0 Humboldt at 0-2 here, Erie. 2-0 Fort Scott is on the road at 0-2 Independence. 1-1 McPherson, a pretty tough squad from out there in central Kansas, traveling in to take on 2-0 Chanute. And then 2-0 Prairie View on the road to take on 2-0 Wellsville. That'll be a pretty good game to catch tonight if you're out wandering around the wilds of eastern Kansas. Christian Prep Academy at 2-0 comes into 0-2 Parsons tonight. Anderson County with the night off as they're scheduled to play the Ghost of Osawatomie. Caney Valley at 1-1 travels to 1-1 Neodesha. Undefeated Frontenac is on the road at 1-1 Riverton. 0-2 Central Heights is at 1-1 Uniontown. 2-0 Marmarton Valley at 0-2 Northeast tonight. I think that's 8-man action, I believe. Yep. Santa Fe Trail at 1-1 travels into 1-1 Iola. And winless teams, Galena at 0-2 takes on Afton, Oklahoma 0-2, who just lost to Baxter last week. And so I think Galena and Baxter have yet to play each other this season, so that'll be an interesting one there. South Sumner Co-op, that's south of Wellington out in Sumner County, Jess. I know you're a geography buff, so I thought I'd let you know. They're 1-1 at 0-2 Southeast and 1-1 St. Paul at 0-2. Yates Center. So you see the homecoming festivities going on pregame tonight, which we certainly appreciate here in Baxter Springs. And we'll step away for another break. When we come back, we'll get you the starting lineups as we get closer to kickoff tonight here in Baxter. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090.
Communicating with current and potential customers is a must in the world of business. Advertising is nothing more than communication and an invitation. Look no further than Norris Advertising, offering a wide variety of services from billboards, radio across the 4 states, and digital ad services like ZTV, YouTube, geofencing, streaming, and more beyond the local view. Looking to upgrade your storefront? Norris Advertising is your go-to for local digital sign sales. Norris Advertising. Get your ads to work.
From the football field to the bean field, the right equipment can make all the difference. Gear up for harvest, expand your fleet, or grow your business with Tyler Jackman at Big Iron Auctions. Tyler can improve your operation conveniently, efficiently, and effectively. And if you're selling one piece or the whole operation, Big Iron can connect you with over 750,000 registered bidders. Buying or selling, go big. Big Iron Auctions. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115. BigIronAuctions.com.
Welcome back to a festive Baxter Springs, Kansas. Getting set for tonight's matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Baxter Springs Lions. I'm Josh Ledner, alongside me, Jess Murphy, and Jess kind of hot and sweaty tonight. We talked about it earlier. First time the Trojans will play on a natural surface tonight. Homecoming, all kinds of things going on tonight. It's definitely a road game.
Yep, distractions.
Yeah. Well, usually the home team's the ones distracted by homecoming. Ah. So the Trojans probably going to be more physical up front tonight than Baxter. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that just from what I've seen tonight. And you got to think we're going to get a pretty good dose of Junior Love. He had a really good game last week, 8 carries for 181 yards. And I think he had a touchdown as well, 2 touchdowns perhaps. I don't know. Daryl's shaking his head. One touchdown. All right. Look at him. He's got a spreadsheet. Okay. Yep, good game for Junior Love last week. And you got to think that he's going to see a lot of action here early tonight.
Early, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I spoke earlier how I talked to both coaches on the field, and Coach McCoy, he talked about, the physicality of Girard and how his up front, he's still pretty young and they're still learning technique and still learning, just learning how to be more physical. And he talked about 75 Benzo and some of those guys that are just going to plug the middle for Girard, and how they just, if they can handle them and not lean on them too hard, that they'll have a chance coming down to the end. So good luck.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting one here tonight in Baxter Springs. I guess let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's game. Our starting lineups are brought to you by the Jagged Edge. The Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Sands will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500.
All right, first for the Baxter Springs football team on their defensive side, they're going to start number 3, Chasen Sykes, a 5'7", 135-pound junior. Number 4, Jacob Grant, 6'4", 180 senior. Number 6, Riley Daniel, a 5'8", 155-pound sophomore. Number 8, Tyler Frazier, a 5'10", 160-pound senior. Number 9, Zach Price, a 6'2", 190 senior. Number 21 is Braden Wade, a 6', 165-pound sophomore. Number 22 is Sam Weaver, 5'7", 200 junior. And then 61 is Brooks Walker, a 6', 235 sophomore. And number 70 is Kyler Charlo, a 6'1", 210 senior. And 75, Cohen Hodges, a 5'10", 145-pound senior. And for your Girard Trojans, offensively, they're going to run out there. Number 2, Gannon Clark, a 6'3", 198-pound junior. Number 8, Lamont Love, a 6', 182-pound junior. Number 10, Corvin Bowen, 5'8", 130-pound sophomore. Number 12, Ben Cullen, 6'2", 180 as a sophomore. Number 25, Levi Blair, 5'10", 175-pound senior. Number 40, Scott Moore, 6'5", 230 senior. 53 is Owen Murphy, 5'10", 155-pound junior. 55 is Blake Brokaw, 5'11", 195-pound sophomore. Number 70 is Caleb Humble, 5'8", 240 as a junior. Number 73 is Aaron DeBrava, 6'2", 240 senior. And number 75, Zach Benzo, 5'10", 340 as a senior.
All right, that's the starting lineups for tonight's game. And as you can see, Baxter Springs going through their homecoming festivities here tonight. It is a hot, sweaty night.
Not a breath of air, is there?
Man, oh man, it's like dog breath out here. And I kind of feel for those kids having to be down there on the field in formal clothing. I wouldn't want to do it. Most of them are wearing football pads, so they're going to be okay. It's everyone else I'm worried about. But it's going to be a good night for football here in Baxter Springs. Trojans getting set to take on the Baxter Springs Lions. We'll take a quick break when we come back, as we'll be closer to kickoff, I hope, here in Baxter Springs. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Are you tired of waiting for your internet to load at a snail's pace? Or feeling like your connection is slower than a sloth's morning routine? Maybe your current internet feels as speedy as a sunbathing turtle. Well, say goodbye to the slow lane and welcome to Crawcan Fiber Optic Internet, where we leave the slow movers in the dust. You'll zoom through the web faster than Sharky being swarmed by his adoring fans. Crawcan Fiber Optic Internet, because life's too short to wait for slow connections.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com. Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Family owned and operated, G&N Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G&N Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G&N Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Baxter Springs, Kansas. Trojans getting set to face off against the Baxter Springs Lions. It's homecoming here in Baxter Springs. They just had their homecoming festivities, and the Baxter Marching Band, real nice version of the national anthem. They walked out there, and there's only 16 kids in that band, so numbers matter in band. And wasn't sure what we were going to get, and they did a real good job.
They did a wonderful job.
Yeah.
Good mix of brass and wood. And
this is that extra level of analysis that the viewers of Girard Sports Live get. We're ready to break down everything about a school, including the marching band, and our assessment of the Baxter Marching Band is an A.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah, that was good. All right, back to business, Jess. Trojans come into tonight's game 1-1. Baxter Springs 1-1 as well. And coming off a 13-8 win last week against Afton, Oklahoma. Baxter lost their season opener 32-10 at Riverton. But last year was a big improvement. They finished the year 4-5 overall, 1-3 in their Class 3A District 1 play. But they started the season out with 3 big wins. 58-0 over Southeast, 48-0 over Uniontown, then 27-12 against Afton, and then, their schedule got quite a bit harder after that, and they struggled down the stretch. But 4-5, I mean, when you know the history of Baxter Springs football, you understand the improvement that took place to get to 4-5 last year.
Oh, heavens, yes, because like we said, last time we were here, I want to say they asked for a running clock in the first quarter. I mean, it takes 11 to play a game of 11-man football, and I think there was 15 kids on the sideline, and most of them are freshmen and sophomores. So, so the turnaround Coach McCoy and this Baxter school has put on, 4-5 seasons is good.
It's respectable.
Yes.
Yeah. Trojans coming in at 1-1. They picked up their first win of the season last week at 29-14 over Riverton. And, Jess, I think that was a game where the Trojans did a much better job of taking care of the football, and I thought Ben Cullen looked really good at the quarterback position. And we'll see how those roles, they were split in time between Cullen and Salmons. And Trojans had 1 turnover last week, and it was Salmons put it on the ground on an option play. And fortunately, the Trojan defense able to get a stop there. No harm, no foul. But I thought Cullen did a good job of taking care of the football and a tough runner when it comes time for him to take it himself.
Yeah, Josh, I 100% agree with you. I think it's going to probably, barring any injury, it's going to come down to Ben Cullen's team here coming down the stretch. I think Siler Salmons gives you 110% effort. I think he's giving you all he's got out there, and thank you, senior Siler Salmons. But when it comes,
and you never know.
Right.
When you end right back up in there, and that's the kind of kid you want playing quarterback as well. So you see why it was a decision for Coach Philpott early in this season, and it may still be ongoing. Yep. We don't know. This is not based on any fact or reality. This is just Jess and I talking here. But I thought Ben played a really nice game last week.
Wonderful.
And we'll see what the Trojans put together offensively this week as well. And then, as we all know, they started the season off with a 21-14 loss at home against Colgan, and really the turnovers in the first half and a couple of big plays. You erase one of those big plays, Jess, and that game ends in a tie or we're going to overtime. And so the Trojans hung it out. They were down big, came back in the second half, and made a game of it. But just those mistakes early on cost them.
Right, and if everybody remembers back right, Colgan runs a double reverse flea flicker for like a 50-yard.
Who does that?
Who could even execute that? I mean, it's just pure,
now we know who can execute that.
So, and I agree that sometimes Trojan couldn't get out of their own way. They had Colgan, especially early, so many fourth down conversions and third and longs that Colgan was able to pick up. And hats off to Colgan, nothing against Colgan, but Girard just couldn't get out of their own way early.
Well, we're going to step away for another break. We'll be back with more of the Community National Bank of Trust pregame show. It's an extended, protracted, whatever your term is, long pregame show this week because of the homecoming festivities that took place during the pregame. And this is just the way it is. You show up on the road, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know when things are going to happen. You just roll with the punches, buddy. And that's what we're doing tonight here on Girard Sports Live. So eventually, football will be played. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $1 short stacks the next day. Eastside Cafe, a favorite of the Four States winner. Go Trojans from Eastside Cafe.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to a balmy Baxter Springs, Kansas, as we're getting set for tonight's matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Baxter Springs Lions. I'm Josh Lettner, alongside me, Jess Murphy. Got Daryl McLeod in here, our statistician, going to have a statistical discussion about last week's game. Daryl, how you doing tonight?
Doing just fine.
You set all this stuff up. It was sweaty when I got here.
Well, man, I've been out here since 4:30. Me and Sarah.
Got
to give some props to Sarah. She comes out here with me and actually does all
you
this
guys are getting
stuff.
your mail now in Baxter?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. No, it's freaking hot out here since about 4:30. So if you think you're sweating, man, it's been a rough one.
Yeah. Well, I'm old, so I sweat more. So that's how that works.
Don't really want to think about that, to tell you the truth.
So, Daryl, a pretty good statistical game last week for the Trojans. We talked about Junior Love and his 8 carries, 181 yards. Good night for him, but really a lot of Trojans had a pretty good night offensively.
Yeah. It was actually something interesting when I went back and watched the game and calculated all these stats. 3 different players actually got touchdowns in that game, those being Ben Colin, Aiden Ashbacher, and Junior Love, the aforementioned. Ben Colin had 2 touchdowns on the day, both of them on the ground, as the Trojans there huddled up getting ready to go, and looks like Baxter's getting ready to come down the hill. Aiden Ashbacher had 7 carries for 96 yards, a 14-yard average on each one. Both Ben Colin and Siler Sammons had 2 completions on the night. Ben Colin was 2 for 4 for 28 yards, and Siler Sammons was 2 for 2 for 8 yards. And then also on the ground, Ben Colin doing his work, had 12 carries for 81 yards. Even though we're just through 2 games, some good season stats, as Junior Love is up to 24 carries on the season, over 210 yards. He eclipsed the 200-yard mark almost in just the last game, but now up to 210 on the season. Corvin Bowen, who had a slow game last week, we're looking to see him be a little more impactful this week. He had 5 carries for 44 yards on the season. And then Ben Colin has 25 carries for 110, being more of the bruiser down low. And that was just a wide view of some of the stats that our players have so far.
Well, last week I kind of let you know how physical Colgan was up front against the Trojans, because they really kept Love in check that whole game. And then the other side of the coin, the following week against Riverton, Trojans controlled up front. The blocking was great. Junior Love ran wild. Ben Cullen had a great game. And I think that Baxter Springs is going to have a hard time tonight physically matching up with the Trojans in the trenches.
Oh, definitely so. And something I had mentioned beforehand, one of the big problems that Baxter had last year was their offensive line. So it's going to be huge for them to be able to do it. They've got the pieces on the outside in those specialty positions, but making sure that the outside can handle the pressure that the quarterback is going to get tonight is huge.
And lots of folks in Girard know Daryl, but you may not know that Daryl was the voice of the Baxter Springs Lions last year, so he brings this intimate knowledge of Baxter into tonight's game. That's why I wanted to bring you in on this one, Daryl, because they did have a much improved season last year, and I remember talking to you earlier in the year and kind of joking, Baxter's 2-0, what the, But that was a big leap for this team, but it's going to be hard to sustain it this year, I think.
Definitely, and something that a lot of people don't know is they actually have a new head coach on their team, and he's gotten so many more kids out. Normally you'd see the Baxter sideline be really shrunk, not a lot of kids playing football, but this year looks like they got a lot of numbers, and they have a strong sophomore and freshman class to boot.
Well, Jess was talking about earlier, Coach McCoy's done a good job kind of breathing some life into this program here in Baxter Springs, and as you see the Lions take the field there, getting set for tonight's matchup, trying to get hyped up to take on the Girard Trojans. And Jess, we'd normally have you down there for the coin toss, but you didn't want to push the boundaries here tonight, or
I just follow directions. So I think being set up outdoors for the first time, and we're just going to monitor it from here.
From the roof of the men's restroom here in Baxter Springs, the land of 10,000 flushes. We're going to be ready to bring this one to you here coming up in just a few minutes, getting set for kickoff in Baxter. When we come back, we give you the results of the coin toss and get ready to kick this one off. Trojans and Lions coming up after this break. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live. Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $1 short stacks the next day. Eastside Cafe, a favorite of the 4 states winner. Go Trojans from Eastside Cafe.
More than just your neighborhood pharmacy, Mathis Drug is your hometown partner in health.
With pharmacist Bria Scheibe and an experienced, highly trained staff, Mathis Drug is ready to serve you. And now Mathis Drug offers comprehensive compounding, which is one of the few pharmacies in Southeast Kansas with this convenient on-site service. From medications to expert advice, call 620-261-9779. Mathis Drug Store, where community and care come together.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to a dog-breathy Baxter Springs, but the sun is dipping down behind the trees. The shade is coming out, and it's cooling off. It's going to be a good night for high school football here in Girard tonight. Jess, what happened on that coin toss?
Well, Girard is 3-0 on coin flips because they won the toss.
Dominate.
They selected to defer to the second half. Baxter will receive the ball, and they will be going from your left to your right.
You just earned your pay for the whole night, Jess.
I'm done.
Right on. So Trojans will be on the defensive side first. Baxter's offense will get the first crack tonight. It was homecoming night here in Baxter Springs, so if you were tuning in for a 7 o'clock kickoff,
you missed it.
We're a little off on that.
Oh, no, look at that. Looky there.
Boy, they did get
Good
it
for
in.
Baxter.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
That's efficiency right there.
And one more thing real quick. Girard volleyball girls play a tournament in Erie tomorrow, so none of them are here. They're all over at a teammate's house, and they're watching the game. So,
well, good luck tomorrow, girls.
Yep, good luck tomorrow, girls. Because I don't think I'm going to make it either.
I will not be going to Erie tomorrow.
No.
Fishing. I don't think I wasn't expected to, so I don't think I'm breaking any hearts. What's that sound? Might be the exhaust fan from the men's room below us here.
All right, here we go.
Trojans set to kick this one away. Sam Poland. End over end, kind of a short kick, fielded at the 20-yard line, out across the 25. Hit hard and finally drugged down at the 42 is Braden Wade, 6 foot, 165-pound sophomore. And pretty good field position for Baxter Springs to start this drive.
Yeah, they opened up a great big hole, and Wade exploited it. It took 3 Trojans to drag him to the ground.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line. Isaiah Main in at quarterback, going to throw on first down. He has a well-covered receiver down the field. He was trying to get the ball to Caleb Grant, but good coverage by Levi Blair, not fooled at all. In great defensive position, and that was not a high-percentage pass.
No, and Baxter did protect him pretty well. He had time to throw it, but Levi Blair was running step for step with the receiver and did a good job of keeping his hands off of him and just putting his arms up so he couldn't receive the football.
Oh, second and 10 now for Baxter after the incompletion. 3 wide receivers in this set. Main in the gun. Trojans jump a little. No flag. Play is going to let it go as Sam Weaver carries it for no gain on the play, maybe even a short loss as they move it back to about the 40-yard line. We'll call it a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, Benzo is maybe just a touch early, but must have stayed out of the neutral zone as no flags were called.
So 3rd and 11 from the 40 for Baxter, and they couldn't find an open receiver on first down. Let's see if they can find one here in this obvious passing situation on 3rd down. Put a man in motion. It'll be an end around to Tyler Frazier, and the Trojans do a good job of stringing it out to the sideline and shutting that one down. First man there, Randy Byler. First man there was Robbie Bruning. And then the rest of the Trojans caught up to shut that one down as they'll force a 4th down punt here from Baxter.
Yeah, Scott Moore, playing outside linebacker, just engaged his defender and drove him all the way back and slowed the whole play down to let Robbie Bruning come from the cornerback and assist with the tackle.
Call it a loss of 2, 4th and 13 from the 38. Punt is away, and it's going to take a Baxter bounce and roll inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line of the Trojans, and that's where they'll take over 1st and 10.
Junior Love has half a more step. He gets his hands on that ball right there. He was within millimeters of blocking that punt.
10:26 to play, first quarter. Scoreless game here in Baxter. Trojan offense takes the field. Their first opportunity tonight. They're going to have to go 85 yards if they want to score on this drive. Cullen in at quarterback, and he'll hand it off straight ahead, and the Baxter defense stands tall this time. A short gain on the play. I think that was Gilmore. Yeah, Mason Gilmore on the carry.
Yeah, the Baxter Springs front 3 just stood the Trojans up, and Trojans didn't move them. That's why they had so much success last week of putting Riverton's front line on roller skates, but they're going to have to work out to get Baxter moving, looks like.
Call it a 2nd down and 9 now from the 15. Cullen under center, lone back in the backfield is Gilmore. They'll put Blair in motion, swinging out wide. It's Scott Moore's got it on the edge, dragging tacklers, and he'll be out across the 20 to about the 24-yard line. I think he's going to end up about a yard short of the line to gain.
Yeah, he's right at the sticks. So just a little isolation route to get Scott Moore. And we've talked about it, Josh, about how the playmaker needs the ball in their hands, and Scott Moore's definitely a playmaker.
Call it 3rd and a long one at about the 24. One wide receiver to the far side is Clark. Straight ahead goes Cullen. He'll have enough for the 1st down out across the 30 to the 33.
Yeah, just good old quarterback power right there. Kind of a zone read, let the offensive lineman get engaged on their blocks, and Ben picks the right hole and picks up a 1st down.
1st down, Trojans. Good looking run by Cullen. It's one of those ones that doesn't look like it was much yards. It was 9 yards. 2 wide to the far side. Cullen takes the snap, handoff straight ahead to Gilmore, and he plows ahead for a good gain of about 7 on 1st down.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time, Josh, how easy this game becomes if you're playing in front of the sticks. 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6 is always a lot easier than 1st or 2nd and 10 or whatever.
Call it 2nd down and a short 5 at about the 38. They need to reach the 42 for the 1st. Clark on the near side. Scott Moore, the receiver on the far side. Lone back in the backfield, Gilmore. Levi in motion. Here's the snap. Cullen option off the far side. Spins off a tackle. Drags the pile forward. And he has enough for a Trojan 1st down out to the 44.
Yeah, what a good-looking play. Probably the right read by Colin as the Baxter defender stayed out wide and took the pitch man, so Ben just tucks it up for the 1st down.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. 1st and 10 now for the Trojans as the offense starting to find its rhythm as we tick under 8 minutes to play in the 1st quarter. Scoreless here in Baxter on a sticky homecoming night. Down here on the shores of the Spring River.
Spring River.
Get it right, buddy. Kind of a tight formation here with Clark and Moore in tight. They'll do the pitch around the end to Bowen. He's spun around and out of bounds, but not before picking up a big chunk of yards into Baxter territory to the 39.
Yeah, just a quick hitter. They put Bowen in motion and pitch it out to him, and he catches the corner. We talked about him only having like 50 yards for the season earlier in the pregame show, but you got to remember he had a 50-yarder or so called back on a penalty.
He ran for 17 there, and the Trojans in business now in Baxter Springs territory. 7.5 to play here in the first quarter, excuse me. Now the handoff straight ahead to Gilmore. And a couple of Lions bought on that option to the outside, and that just opened up for Gilmore. And I think if they'd been able to identify the ball carrier, they might have shut that one down, Jess.
Yeah, I agree, Josh. The Trojans kind of mixing up their plays and getting the Baxter Springs Lions guessing.
Solid gain of 5, a long 5. Got it second down and about 5 from the 33. Blair in motion again, the handoff to Gilmore, and he fumbled, and Baxter Springs recovers. Gilmore, I don't know if he ever had a real good grip on it, but he spun around in front of the defender, and the ball just kind of dropped out on the ground, and Baxter Springs able to get on top of it, and they turned the Trojans over.
Yeah, it's kind of like a busted play. It looked like the Girard linemen were all bailed out, pulling left, and they handed the ball off to run right, and I agree that I don't know if the running back exchange was very clean.
Well, the result was not good for the Trojans. 1st and 10 for the Lions from the 34. Back to pass to the near side. That's complete to Jacob Grant, but he's drugged down after a gain of about 3. And it'll set up a second down and 7. Trojans do a good job getting to the ball.
Yeah, Robbie Bruni did a good job there in coverage, but he's given up quite a few inches in height as Grant stands 6'4", so you can just kind of throw jump ball and have him go up and rebound it.
Ball, they moved it up to the 39, so call it a gain of about 4, maybe 5 on the play. And the Trojans this time, the hard count gets them, and it'll be a 3rd down and short by the looks of it for Baxter.
Now that was both the right end and the nose guard jumps for the Trojans on Baxter's hard count.
Let's see.
We're going to give it to them.
They're going to move the sticks, huh?
Have to if they're going to spot it there.
Yeah. Yeah, there they go. The official finally signaled for it, and it'll be a 1st and 10 for Baxter. Ball placed at the 44. They're going to throw it again, this time looking deep. Trojan defenders there and bats it away at the last second. A good defensive play that time by Robbie Brunig as he gets a hand in there to break that one up, and it looked like the receiver might have had a step, but it just a touch underthrown, and Brunig able to get in there and get a hand on it.
Words right out of my mouth, Josh, because Bruning was maybe beat by a step, and the quarterback just underthrew him and got Bruning back into play. Good job there by Bruning, though.
2nd down and 10 now for Baxter, and they've shown a willingness to put the ball up for grabs. See if they go for it here again on 2nd and 10. They do. Going back to pass again over the middle, too high, and it falls incomplete right in front of Corbin Bowen out there playing center field. And Isaiah Main not shy about slinging that ball, Jess.
No. He on a 3-receiver route, Trojans were all manned up, and Corbin Bowen playing free safety was just able to roam and read the quarterback eyes.
4 wide receivers in this set, trips off to the far side. Main in the gun, here's the snap, back to pass, surveys the field, looking over the middle. And I think the Trojans may have gotten a hand on that one to start to kind of break it up. Looked like Gannon Clark is upset with himself that he didn't come down with it.
Yeah, Trojans, the linebackers read pass early and all backed off into a zone defense, and Baxter almost threw a pick right there.
And here it is, 3rd and 10 now. 4th and 10. And just 3 straight passes. Punt this one away. Nice long end over end punt. It's got a backspin to it, and it hits and holds up at the 25, or I'm sorry, at the 15, and they're going to mark it at about the 17-yard line. That's where the Trojans will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, Corbin Bowen was just telling everybody to get away from it, as it was a great punt there by Baxter.
So Trojan offense had a promising drive, ended last time on a fumble. by Mason Gilmore. Just never looked like a clean exchange to begin with. And, Jess, you said it looked like the offensive line was going in a different direction in the backfield and just kind of a busted play from the start, and the Trojans turned it over. Let's see if they can execute a little cleaner on this one. Too wide in this set. Clark to the far side, Moore to the near side. Here's the snap. And another bad exchange between Cullen, and that time it was Junior Love, I believe. The ball fumbled in the air. Cullen able to gather it back up and fall forward for a gain of about 3.
Yep, last 2 offensive plays by the Trojans.
Owen, but nowhere to go as Brooks Walker, 6 foot, 235-pound sophomore, busts through the line, gets the penetration, and blew that one up.
Yeah, they just missed their block on him as he run a little stun. I was actually watching him there, Josh, and he stunted and shot the inside gap and just followed the running back in motion down the line of scrimmage and got him from behind.
3rd down and 9 now for the Trojans after the loss of the 2 on the play.
3rd down.
Cullen in the pistol, Love behind him. 4 wide receivers in the set for the Trojans. Cullen back to pass, throwing over the middle, tipped in the air, and picked off. Baxter Springs comes up with another turnover. As Cullen's pass deflected up into the air, and a lazy fly ball fielded by Brooks Walker. So this is the Brooks Walker defensive stand for Baxter.
And Cullen had him, too, because I'm pretty sure that was Levi Blair running a slant across the middle, was wide open, and Cullen's pass just not high enough.
So 1st and 10 for Baxter from right at the Trojan 20. They're in the red zone to start this drive as they try to go end around, and Girard shuts that one down. Scott Moore, the first man in there to make a good open field tackle on Jacob Grant.
Screen pass right there as they just set up a wide receiver screen, and Scott Moore just blows it up.
No gain on the play. Sets up a 2nd down and 10 at the 20. Main in the gun. Sam Weaver in the backfield with him. Now Main back to pass, looking far side. He's going to throw it up. There's a battle in the back of the end zone, and that one's going to fall incomplete. Good defense that time by Trent Ogunbene. I'm working on it, man. I'll get it by Christmas. I'll have it.
Yeah, he did a great job. He was stride for stride with him. But there again, Baxter's quarterback's just not afraid to throw it into tight coverage.
No. He's a riverboat gambler, Jess.
On the banks of the Spring River.
That's right. 3rd and 10 for Baxter. Main in the gun once again. Now he'll hand off straight ahead to Sam Weaver, who's going to get a nice gain, but not enough on 3rd down. This might be 4-down territory for him because they're so deep in Trojan territory. Note, are they bringing out a kicker?
I watched their kicker.
That looks like a kicker.
Yeah, I watched their kicker warm up in pregame, Josh, and he's got a boot.
So Baxter trying to get on the board first here tonight against the Trojans. They've kind of had some lapses taking care of the football tonight. And Baxter with the first chance to put points on the board with 3 minutes and counting left to play here in the first quarter. There's the kick from Jacob Grant, and I think he hit it. Yes, he did. Grant with a 30-yard field goal to give Baxter Springs a 3-0 lead.
And had 30 yards to give it, too. He's got a good leg on him.
So the Baxter Springs offense goes no yards in 3 plays, but they do get a field goal because of the turnover deep in Trojan territory. Baxter out in front, 3-0. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live. You know me, Jess. I don't mind sounding like a pansy. I think it got hotter.
Yeah, I don't know.
A touchback on the kickoff. Trojans will take over at their own 20. And Baxter, Gerald was saying during the break, the kicker, good leg. And
42-yarder, he said, was last year.
We just saw a little bit of it there.
Salmons.
That's Tyler Salmons in a quarterback, and hands off straight ahead to Mason Gilmore. Just running too many names through my head right there.
Yeah, so Trojans are 2 drives in. They're going to go to their second quarterback, see if he can't sustain a drive here.
2nd and 8 at the 22 for the Trojans. A fumble from Gilmore, an interception by Cullen, and Baxter Springs takes advantage of some field position. Take a 3-0 lead here over the Trojans early. Blair in motion, the handoff from Salmons. No, they're going to run option near side. Push the Trojans back to the 19, sets up 3rd down and 11. Salmons in the gun, back to pass. Looking far side, has a man. Scott Moore with the catch, shakes one defender, runs over another, and laterals the ball to Corbin Bowen, and he's off to the races. Bowen on the run after the lateral from Scott Moore, and the Trojans have their first touchdown of the night on a lateral. Now what do we got?
They might want to be marking Scott down. I don't know if he fumbled that when he hit the ground or did try to pitch it, but looks like they're going to mark him down back here about the 48 or 9 yard line.
Man, how many big plays can Corbin Bowen have erased in one season?
He's going to have more yards not count.
He's going to start turning in homework and expecting it not to count this year, Jess. You're setting a bad precedent for this guy.
But nonetheless, great throw there by Siler Salmons to find Scott Moore on a little hook route on the outside. And there again, it's always probably going to take more than one-on-one tackle to bring Scott Moore down.
Well, now it's 1st and 10 at the Trojan 46. A gain of 27 yards on that pass play to Scott Moore. Could have been a lot more, but they ruled him down at the 46. Salmons in the pistol. Man in motion, they'll hand off straight ahead to Gilmore as he plows towards midfield across the, just barely across the midfield stripe out there on the Baxter logo in the middle of the field.
Yep, and here comes number 8. He's going to come in and play tailback, and that's Junior Love. Mason Gilmore's going to get a breather here.
Second down and 6 from midfield. And that's going to end the first quarter. The Trojans trailing the Baxter Springs Lions 3-0 here early. A couple of turnovers have cost them. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live. Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $1 short stacks the next day. Eastside Cafe, a favorite of the 4 states winner. Go Trojans from Eastside Cafe.
More than just your neighborhood pharmacy, Mathis Drug is your hometown partner in health. With pharmacist Bria Scheibe and an experienced, highly trained staff, Mathis Drug is ready to serve you. And now, Mathis Drug offers comprehensive compounding, which is one of the few pharmacies in Southeast Kansas with this convenient on-site service. From medications to expert advice, call 620-261-9779. Mathis Drug Store, where community and care come together.
Welcome back to Baxter Springs, Kansas. 1 quarter in the books. Trojans turn it over twice, once deep in their own territory, and Baxter Springs takes advantage with a field goal. They lead at 3-0 after 1.
Yeah, offensively, the Trojans have not had problems moving the football. They just haven't been able to handle it. But defensively, Baxter hasn't been able to do anything. Or Baxter's offense has not been able to do anything against the Trojan defense. That's where I was going with that, Josh.
I met you there. Siler Salmon still in at quarterback. He'll hand off straight ahead. Junior Love makes a cut, makes the man miss, and he's out across the 40-yard line to about the 37, I think is where they're going to mark him down. That'll be a first down from the Trojans.
I tell you what, if you haven't seen Junior Love play in person, it's just wonderful how he hits that line of scrimmage in the first 2 or 3 steps. He's at full speed, and he hits that hole hard, man, and it's just so fun to watch him carry the football.
First and 10, Trojans from the 37. I'm going to have to do some math here, Jess.
I told you math's hard.
13-yard gain on the play for Love. Love will get it again, lowers his shoulder, forces his way ahead, fights through a couple of tackles, and he's across the 30. Excuse me, down to about the 28.
Yeah, that time he was able to get behind these blockers and just ride these blockers until he found a hole and steps on through it for an 8-yard gain.
Second and 2 for the Trojans from the 29. Salmon's in the pistol. Love behind him in the backfield. Lone wide receiver Gannon Clark. Now Salmon's is going to keep it himself off tackle. He's out across the 25 to about the 21. And Siler looking pretty good tonight, Jess.
Yes. Salmon's that time, that was just a designed quarterback run. He just got in there and for the short yardage first down.
Call it a gain of 7 on the play. First and 10 for the Trojans from the 22.
Now they've, like we talked about, they've done a good job moving the football to see if we can't finish this drive off and get some points.
Again, Clark, the lone wide receiver to the far side. Moore lined up in the tight end spot. Love in the backfield behind Salmons. They'll put Levi Blair in motion, but the handoff goes off left tackle to Junior Love. And he's going to push forward and have a gain of about 6.
And there was no hole there. I mean, he took on a double-team block, Junior Love did, with a ball in one hand and 2 Baxter Springs Lions in front of him and drove them guys backwards 6 yards.
Second down and 4 for the Trojans from the 16. Maybe a 16 and a half. 2 wide to the far side. It's Gannon Clark and Randy Byler. Handoff again to Love, off right tackle this time. And he's barrels ahead to about the 10-yard line, be a first down and goal for the Trojans.
Yep, going to be single sticks. The ball is placed right on the 10, I do believe. I don't know. They put the yard marker up down there, but I don't see how they could get a first down without scoring a touchdown right here.
It's a game of inches, Jess.
That'd be small inches.
Just ask the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, toenail. Cost me money.
He was out of bounds, though. I'm glad it cost you money. Siler in the pistol. Keeps it himself this time. Fakes the handoff to Love. He goes off left tackle. He'll have a couple. And he'll be right about the 6-yard line before he's finally spun down.
Yep, just a zone read play right there. Siler puts the ball in the belly of the running back and decides to pull it and follow him through. And nice little 5-6 yard gain on first down.
Call it second down and 5 at about the 5-yard line. Now they've taken the stick away, so it's second down and goal. Just like we said, Siler keeps it himself off the right side, working over that guard spot, and he barrels forward. He's going to have the touchdown. The Trojans jump out in front after a 5-yard touchdown run by Siler Salmons.
Yeah, there again, Siler Salmon hit a host of Baxter Springs Lions about the 2-yard lines, but Siler just twisted
on an 80-yard drive, and now looks like they're going for 2 as they throw over the top. It's broken up, and I think that might have just been I don't know if that was the actual play.
Yeah, it looked like to me the snap was low. So the ball carrier or the holder just picked it up and tried to hit a covered receiver in the corner of the end zone.
So 3-point game here in Baxter. Trojans lead at 6-3. 8:19 left to play in the first half. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Welcome back to Baxter Springs, Kansas. Trojans just scored on a 5-yard touchdown run by Siler Salmons to take a 6-3 lead. The 2-point conversion, no good. The kick mishandled out around the 16-yard line and brought down at the 20. I believe that was Sam Weaver on the return. Double check here. Nope, looks like it was Braden Wade.
Yeah, and that was Ogun Benny and young Easton Clark in there on the kickoff to get in there and finish up the tackle.
Baxter fortunate to get the ball back. Sometimes that thing starts bouncing around, turns into a greased pig, and nobody can quite play the hop right or get their hands on it. So Baxter fortunate to hang on to that one, as I believe they got it all the way out to the 21. 1st and 10 from that spot.
I think we got an equipment malfunction. Maybe there's somebody's shoes. Yeah, I remember back in 10 and under days where now everybody checked their shoes, so we don't have to do this every other play here. So,
yeah, well, it's kind of the talk I have with myself before going out the front door in the morning. Well, do the full equipment check, you know. Now Maine. There's a sack, and we didn't have it. Okay, you guys are good. We're back live. Welcome back to Baxter Springs, Kansas. Had a little technical issue with our software. I'm sure you can feel my pain. Trojans got their first sack of the game today, and you know what that means.
Short stacks.
It's $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe tomorrow. I know you'll know where to find Jess and I.
Yes.
We like a good pancake, if you can't tell by looking at us. That kick may be partially blocked. As the Trojans had the block on, it takes a little bit of a Baxter roll, and it's going to be marked down at the Baxter 47-yard line. That's where the Trojans will take over.
Yeah, I'm not sure they got a finger on it or not, or just a shank putt, but either way, Trojans going to have great field position. See if this offense can't stay hot and drive the 48 yards they're going to need for a score. 7 yards, my bad.
Yeah, I'm calling that the 47.
48 and a 3/4.
Yeah, 47 and 3/8. 5:48 to play. First half, Trojans lead it by 3, trying to add to that right here. Ben Cullen back in the game at quarterback. He's in the pistol. Quick pitch to the outside. That's Ashbacher. Spins, makes a man miss, but spins down onto his backside at about the 41-yard line. A good gain on first down as the Trojans pick up, call that about 6.
We had Levi Blair with the lead block, was able to stay engaged, and Ashbacher cutting off of that block and was able to get a good gain. That's the first time we've seen Ashbacher in the game tonight.
Second down and 4 at the 41. Blair will motion out to the outside. Ashbacher to the far side as well. Now here's the snap. Cullen back to pass, looking. Gonna let this one fly deep over the middle. Has Scott Moore, catches it at the 10 and into the end zone. Trojans score on the big pass play from Ben Cullen to Scott Moore.
Yeah, great job, the Trojan offensive line, to give Cullen all the time he needs as Scott Moore runs a deep post route, and Cullen puts it on a dime, drops it right in his hands over a defender for a Trojan touchdown.
5 minutes to play, first half. Trojans get the first big play of the night. They jump out to a 12-3 lead, and
going for two.
We're going for two here. We went for two last time. I'm just not sure if it was on purpose.
So if you make it, it's just like going for one both times.
Cullen in the pistol, Gilmore in the backfield behind him. Ashbacher and Clark are the backs, and Cullen will just drive straight forward. And I think they're going to mark him. Nope. In. He's in.
Yep.
Far side official, first one with the call, and the Trojans lead it 14-3. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Zeb Poland set to kick it away for the Trojans as they strike on a 41-yard pass play from Ben Cullen to Scott Moore to give the Trojans a 14-3 lead. Now a big return for Baxter. And that was Caleb Grant on the return, and he's a pretty good-looking player for Baxter. Made a couple people miss, found a nice lane in that Trojan kickoff coverage, and Baxter's going to have good field position. Start this drive at their own 48.
Yeah, never a good thing when the Trojan kicker has to be the one that playing back up there and runs him out of bounds, but it's a good thing Poland was there.
1st and 10 Lions on the 49.
1st and 10 for Baxter on their own 48. Clock ticks under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Maine going to back to pass. He's got time, looking around, has nowhere to go with it, and just chucks it over into the Trojan sideline. Stops the clock with 4:43 to play, second quarter. Second down and 10.
Yeah, Baxter's offensive line give him all day to throw, but just nowhere to go with the ball as they only had two receivers in route on that play.
Second down to 10 now. Maine flanked in the backfield. Two wide receivers in this set. Here's the snap. He's going to hand off straight ahead. I think that's Chasen Sykes.
Maine on the keeper.
Nope, he kept it. 5 kept it around the end, slid down.
Good ball fake.
Yep. He did a great job of fooling
me,
the best play-by-play guy in Girard Sports Live.
Pregame for the Lions.
Brings up 3rd down and 5 from the Trojan 46.
Need a big stand here.
Maine in the gun, 4 wide in this set. They got trips to the far side. Maine's going to air it out, and the Trojans pick it off. That's Trent Ognabeni on the pick, and then there's a flag out near midfield as there was some blocking battles going on out there. And there's another. The official threw a flag and his hat. So that's 2 flags, I believe, that were called on that play. And may have got some unnecessary roughness and then perhaps maybe a taunt from Girard. I'm not sure. Yeah, but it could have been some bad words that we couldn't hear from up here, Jeff.
Before all that, what a great play by that Trojan defensive back. Is that Ognabeni that did that? Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
He read that play, read the quarterback's eyes, cut in front of the receiver to pick that ball off, and then had a nice return after that. He intercepted that ball all the way down to about the 10 or 15-yard line and brought it all the way back out to the 35.
So the Trojans turn the Lions over for the first time tonight. They have the ball back, 1st and 10. We don't know where yet, pending these penalties.
And I don't know, is there a flag on the far side of the field too? I can't.
It looks like there's a flag over there and a flag towards the midfield and a hat.
Horse collar tackle maybe on the. We're going to see what all happened.
Lots of things, Jess. Lots of things. Face mask?
So 2 unsportsmen, offsetting, I don't know what the rule
Everybody
reads.
was a poor sport on the play.
Yep.
But there was a face mask?
Face mask at the end, yep.
Yeah. So the officials will perhaps enforce the face mask?
Looks like it.
Or are they just going to march back and forth? They'll march it up to the 40-yard line. And that's where the Trojans will take over 1st down and 10 finally.
All right, so offsetting unsportsmanlike penalties and a 5-yard, evidently, face mask call. So, anyway, Trojan ball.
So many crimes in such a short time. 1st and 10, Trojans from their own 40. Moore's the wide receiver to the near side. Clark to the far side. Cullen pitches out. Ashbacher makes a man miss, makes another great cut across midfield, drags off a defender, and finally brought down at the Baxter 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 20 on the play for Aiden Ashbacher. Some hard running after a couple of nifty cuts.
Yeah, he did such a great job. The pitch might have been a touch late and in traffic, but Ashbacher was able to muscle his way through there for a great big gain.
Call it a gain of 19 on the play. It'd be a lot easier to do math if it was a 20. Now the handoff to Love, across the 40 down to the 36. Call it a gain of 5.
Yeah, good job there by Baxter's defender there. He just stuck his shoulder in Junior's Love's belly and just hung on for dear life.
Call it a gain of 6. Now there's timeout. I think the Girard coaches want to talk something over. We'll take a timeout as well. 2:39 to play, 1st half. Trojans lead at 14-3. Offense is driving. When we come back, you're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
More than just your neighborhood pharmacy, Mathis Drug is your hometown partner in health. With pharmacist Bria Scheibe and an experienced, highly trained staff, Mathis Drug is ready to serve you. And now, Mathis Drug offers comprehensive compounding, which is one of the few pharmacies in Southeast Kansas with this convenient on-site service. From medications to expert advice, call 620-261-9779. Mathis Drug Store, where community and care come together.
Welcome back to Baxter Springs. Trojans offense driving. They have it at the Baxter 35-yard line. 2:39 to play, 1st half. Trojans may have lined up wrong. Something was messed up with the formation. They called that timeout to talk things over. Ready to get back underway. Trojans have scored on a 5-yard touchdown run by Siler Salmons and then a 40-yard touchdown pass to Scott Moore. And here's a big run again for the Trojans as they gash him. And I believe that's Junior Love who just took off to the races. And a big play for Love. And the Trojans are out in front 20-3.
Yeah, Junior Love just another off tackle off that left side, and he just picked and chose his way through that Lions defense all the way to the goal line.
So Poland on to attempt the traditional point after. .35-yard touchdown run for Junior Love. That kick partially blocked. It's going to be no good. Trojans lead it 20-3, 2.5 to play, 1st half. We'll step away for a quick break. We come back. The thrilling end of the 1st half. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Selling equipment can be a hassle. Whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire, the time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com.
Junior Love gives the Trojans a 20-3 lead. Hey, we're back. Look at that. Zeb Poland set to kick it off here for Girard as Baxter looking to answer with 2.5 left to play first half. Kickoff eventually fielded by Caleb Grant. He's shifty out there, makes a couple of people miss, finally drug down at about the 21, maybe the 22-yard line. That's where Baxter will have it, 1st and 10.
Yeah, he just flat dropped it. He caught the ball fine, and as he went to tuck it, he just missed his arm and dropped the football.
We'll call it the 23 where they finally placed the ball. And yeah, you've seen him mishandle a couple of kicks here early, but Baxter fortunate to not have any Trojans around when it occurred. And now Isaiah Main brings the offense back out onto the field. Lined up in the shotgun, 4 wide receiver set for Baxter. Trojans have done a good job stymieing this Lions offense, and there's nowhere to go on that play. Sam Weaver, the back, nowhere to go.
Yep, trying to run left side and run into big number 73 Aaron DeBrava, who just off his DN position just manhandled his offensive guy and stood his ground.
2nd and 9. They'll give him a gain of 1 on the play. Grant comes off the field. Riley Daniel into the huddle. 3 wide receivers in this set. Abbott and Daniel on the near side. Frazier on the far side. They're going to hand off straight ahead again to Weaver, and he lowers his shoulder, barrels ahead, a really good gain there on 2nd down. It'll set up a 3rd down and short for Baxter, and Weaver just kept his legs moving and got behind his pads, Jess, and pushed a couple Trojan defenders back to the 30.
Yeah, kind of an old trap-type play. The left guard pulls around and cleared a hole, and he just followed him on through as we're going to have timeout Trojans.
3rd down and 2. When we come back, we'll take a quick break. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live.
Communicating with current and potential customers is a must in the world of business. Advertising is nothing more than communication and an invitation. Look no further than Norris Advertising, offering a wide variety of services from billboards, radio across the 4 states, and digital ad services like ZTV, YouTube, geofencing, streaming, and more beyond the local view. Looking to upgrade your storefront? Norris Advertising is your go-to for local digital sign sales. Norris Advertising. Get your ads to work.
Yeah, we got lots of retail ideas here, that's for sure. We're marketing geniuses. Minute 12 left to play first half. Trojans lead it 20-3. Baxter in a 3rd down and short here, trying to put a drive together here at the end of this first half. 3 wide in this set. Main in the gun. I believe that's Weaver back there with him, and he'll get it again. Nobody wants to tackle that guy as the Trojans finally bring him down, but not before he crosses the 40 out to the 43-yard line for a 1st down.
Baxter's might have found a play that works here. Trojans defense, that's their first down they've given up by non-penalty, I do believe, of the game.
That was a big gain, Jess.
Yeah, he's running hard.
It's almost.
It's 2-hand gain.
That's like 13 yards.
Yeah, takes 2, 3 hands.
4 wide in this set. Maine will keep it this time, rolling far side, looking to pass. He'll plant, throws it downfield. It's tipped and intercepted. The Trojans come down with it. Robbie Brunig kept his eyes on the quarterback and able to tip that one to himself and come away with the interception. And the Trojans turn him over again. 32 seconds left to play first half. Girard will have it 1st and 10 at the Baxter 46.
Yeah, Baxter's running a double flood route right there, and there was like 5 Trojan defenders all in the area, and as the ball got tipped up, Bruning was able to secure it and return it down for a short little gain.
First and 10 for the Trojans. Ben Cullen out to play quarterback for this drive. 1st and 10 at the 46 of Baxter. Cullen in the pistol. Fakes the handoff. Now rolling far side, being pressured. He's just going to have to tuck. No, he throws! Oh. And it's knocked out. Good defensive play. He was trying to get it to Levi Blair. And Logan Abbott able to get a hand in there. 5'9", 135-pound sophomore.
He might have been across the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
He might have been. There's a flag out there, and I think he might have been a step across the line. And that's the ruling. And that'll back the Trojans up. But Cullen could have run.
Yep.
He had a lane to run and just saw Blair coming open, he thought. And then by the time the ball got there, able to get his hand in there and break it up.
A nice throw there by young Cullen on the run. He actually threw a nice bullet in there. Just a better play by the Baxter Springs Lions. But, yeah, he was a step or two across the line of scrimmage when he released the football.
Illegal forward pass. Loss of down.
So bring up a 2nd down and about 13. Because it must have been from the spot of the foul right at midfield.
The game clock should not be running on an incomplete pass.
Well, it's running. Cullen back to pass. Short screen to Scott Moore. Lowers his shoulder across the 45, and that's going to be the final play of the first half. Trojans lead it 20-3. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the GN Bank halftime show. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Selling equipment can be a hassle. Whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire, the time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at bigironauctions.com.
It's Chicken Annie's Girard. Feed. You need Chicken Annie's Girard indeed. A heroic value, superb flavor. When there's a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Chicken Annie's Girard.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
More than just your neighborhood pharmacy, Mathis Drug is your hometown partner in health. With pharmacist Bria Scheibe and an experienced, highly trained staff, Mathis Drug is ready to serve you. And now, Mathis Drug offers comprehensive compounding, which is one of the few pharmacies in Southeast Kansas with this convenient on-site service. From medications to expert advice, call 620-261-9779. Mathis Drug Store, where community and care come together.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Welcome back to Baxter Springs. We're at halftime of tonight's matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Baxter Springs Lions. I'm Josh Lender. Alongside me, Jess Murphy. We got Daryl McLeod throwing the switches, pushing the buttons, making the magic happen. Sarah Goebel here getting us the shots on camera. Cole, I can't think of his last name. Neither can Daryl. And he's getting us great shots as well tonight. Our whole crew in attendance here at Baxter Springs at the half. Trojans lead the Lions 20-3. And this is the GN Bank Halftime Show, brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. Well, Jess, an eventful first half, and honestly, Trojans did a good job of bouncing back from those early turnovers that caused them some struggles. Fumble and an interception deep in their own territory allowed Baxter a chance at a field goal. They converted, led at 1 point, 3-0, and then the Trojans come roaring back with 20 unanswered points.
Yeah, it's kind of a tale of two quarters so far. Trojans turned the ball over a bunch in the first quarter. They turned Baxter over a few times in the second quarter, but one thing's been common. Baxter has not moved the ball real well, minus a few runs there on Trojans' defense.
Yeah, and Sam Weaver definitely the bright spot.
Yeah, and the Trojan offense has not sputtered other than a couple turnovers, but they've continued to move the ball every time they get a hold of it.
That Eye on the Game brought to you by Kenara Eye Care. As we look back at the first half, Kenara Eye Care is here to make sure you can see what you're looking at. Kenara Eye Care, with locations in Pittsburgh and Girard, is here to help their valued customers. Learn more at KenaraEyeCare.com. We'll step away for a quick break. We come back, more of the GN Bank Halftime Show. We'll take a look at some of the first half stats and get you set for the second half kickoff from here in Baxter Springs. It's homecoming night here for the Lions, but don't worry, all that took place during the pregame, so we'll have just a regular halftime and then back to action here in Baxter. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Communicating with current and potential customers is a must in the world of business. Advertising is nothing more than communication and an invitation. Look no further than Norris Advertising, offering a wide variety of services from billboards, radio across the 4 states, and digital ad services like ZTV, YouTube, geofencing, streaming, and more beyond the local view. Looking to upgrade your storefront? Norris Advertising is your go-to for local digital sign sales. Norris Advertising. Get your ads to work.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Welcome back to Baxter Springs. Halftime here on homecoming night for the Lions. Trojans trying to spoil the party. They lead it 20-3 here at the break. I'm Josh Lettner, alongside me, Jess Murphy, Daryl McLeod throwing the switches, Sarah Goebel running the camera. Your crew tonight for Girard Sports Live. Trojans struggled early in the first quarter, like Jess said a minute ago. Kind of a tale of two quarters. Trojans struggled in the first, came roaring back in the second quarter, and they lead it here at the break 20-3. Let's take a look at some of these halftime stats brought to you by B&B Excavating. The numbers don't lie. Dirt's heavy, so trust the guys at B&B Excavating to move what needs moving. Specializing in septic systems, water line install and repair, driveways, rock hauling, and leveling. All the stuff you don't want to do. B&B Excavating. Call 620-724-2735. I say you don't want to do it, but you can't expect to have a back when you're done doing it, Jess.
Right.
So, yeah.
Call Lenny Bowman.
Yeah, bring in the heavy equipment. Call B&B Excavating. So, here in the first half, Trojans turn it over a couple times in the first quarter, and really turnovers have been the story of the game. Baxter returns the favor, throwing 2 interceptions in that second quarter. Really got the Trojans back in business. Junior Love, 5 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown. Big pass play from Ben Cullen to Scott Moore of 41 yards for a touchdown strike. Finished a big drive for the Trojans. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these drive summaries here. Baxter Springs forced to punt their first time out. They went 3 and out. Trojans get the ball back. They go about 60 yards, but then Mason Gilmore with a fumble on a bad exchange between Cullen and Gilmore kind of killed that drive. Baxter Springs takes over at their own 34, but they're only able to go about 9 yards before they're forced to punt again. Trojan defense forces another 3 and out. Trojans get the ball back, and then Cullen's pass is tipped and intercepted by the Lions. And Trojan kills another drive, and then Baxter gets it back at the Trojan 20-yard line after the interception. They go absolutely nowhere on offense, but because of the field position, able to kick a field goal, take a 3-0 lead with 2:48 left to play. In the first quarter, Trojans get it back. They go on an 11-play, 80-yard drive from their own 20-yard line. That's capped off by a 5-yard touchdown run by Siler Salmons. Their 2-point conversion failed. Trojans had a 6-3 lead with 8:19 to play in the second quarter. Then Baxter's drive ends in a sack, and that means a $1 short stack at Eastside Cafe tomorrow. I just want to remind you, and we'll keep reminding you, that that's what that meant. Kills another Baxter drive. Forced to punt it away. Trojans take over on the Baxter 47-yard line. 1 play later, Ben Cullen hits Scott Moore for a 41-yard touchdown. 2 plays, 47 yards. Trojans extend the lead with 4:59 left to play first half. Then Baxter comes back out, and Maine throws an interception on the third play of the drive to Trent Ognebene. And Trojans take back over. And they go 40 yards in just 3 plays after a 35-yard touchdown run by Junior Love. Point after, no good. Trojans lead it 20-3. Baxter had a chance at the end of the half, but Maine throws another interception on the third play of the drive to Robbie Bruning, and that kills that drive, and Girard able to run the clock out to end the first half, and they finished with an offensive penalty. Ended up costing them about 30 seconds, but they were trying to drive down and score there at the end of the half, Jess, but the Trojans will get it back here to start the third quarter.
Yeah, and we just found out our rules analysis assistant coach Evan Chorkey informed us that since there was an offensive play on that incomplete penalty on that incomplete pass, that it counts as like a run play, and the clock continued to run.
And that ran quite a bit of time off of the Trojans, and they end up heading to the locker room with a 20-3 lead. But again, like I said, we'll get the ball back to start the third quarter. We'll take another quick break. We'll be back with more of the GN Bank halftime show as we're about 3.5 minutes away from the second half kickoff here in Baxter. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Some Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself, when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the healthcare needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in Southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com. Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Welcome back to Baxter Springs. We're at halftime of tonight's matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Baxter Springs Lions. Both teams coming into the game 1-1. Trojans lead it at the half, 20-3. After some couple of turnovers, killed some drives in the first quarter, Trojans able to bounce back in a big way, forced 2 interceptions and turned those into points against Baxter Springs here in the second quarter. Baxter led it at 1.3-0. Then the Trojans went on a 20-0 run. And now they lead at 20-3 here at the half. We're about 2 minutes away from kickoff, Jess. And if you're the Trojans in the locker room, what do you need to clean up from the first half?
Just maybe some ball handling. Like I said, I minus the 2 turnovers early in the first quarter, I haven't seen anything they can't do. They've done everything they've wanted to do, I'm sure. They've hit some long passes. They're running at will. I do believe you could just feed the ball to Lamont Love, and he would gain a tremendous amount of yards down the stretch here. But I'm sure there's certain things the coaching staff wants to work on and wants to see, and we'll see what they want to do this second half.
Well, Trojans looked pretty good passing the ball in that first half when they decided to do it. A couple of completions for
both quarterbacks.
Both quarterbacks, yeah. And big plays to Scott Moore down the field. Salmons had one for a gain of about 25. I have to look back and find it here. But a big 41-yard touchdown strike for to Moore. And so the Trojans haven't thrown it a lot, but when they have, they've done some damage.
Yeah. I mean, the offense looks to me, of course, I've always been accused of watching the game in my crimson and gold glasses, but they look like they're firing on all cylinders. The defense, if my mind serves me, you'll have to go back and check. They've only give up like maybe 1 first down that wasn't on a penalty. So Baxter just had Baxter over a couple times to where I feel like Girard's turnover was more their own doing. That wasn't Baxter inducing turnovers. So, yeah, like I said, we're going to get the ball at half here and put this high-powered offense right back on the field, and hopefully we have more of it.
Trojans will have the ball to start the third quarter. This second half kickoff brought to you by Farmers Bank. Farmers Bank's proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. Farmers Bank looking forward to locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. I think that's, Jacob Grant set to kick it off for Baxter. Moore and Ashbacher back to receive for the Trojans. Grant, pretty good leg. This one's short, and it's going to go out of bounds. The Trojans will take over at their own 35-yard line.
Tried a little trickery there, probably. A little
trickeration. Couldn't quite execute it, but there weren't a lot of Trojans over here, so if that ball had landed inbounds and taken a hop, perhaps Baxter could have stole one from the Trojans. Would you call that a deep onside?
Yeah, I think he tried to pooch it maybe or something. And
see that from time to time in rugby, Jess. But,
I know less about rugby than I do water polo. So and I watched a lot of water polo during the Olympics this summer.
I know less about water polo than I know about astrophysics. For the Trojans, Salmons in the pistol, hands off straight ahead to Junior Love, and he pushes forward for a gain of about 3 on first down.
Nothing fancy there, just come out of the locker room and go through your basic plays here and get loosened up and put the right foot on the gas pedal.
Sets up a 2nd down and 7 at the 43. Darryl says we may have been gone for a while, but now we're back.
Well, I've had a text message or two, and we apologize, but not much we can do, and we don't have great internet out here in the wide open spaces.
We're a product of our environment. Salmons with the snap, little miscommunication. He just keeps driving forward, and he's getting near the sticks.
Yeah, another busted play there, Josh.
He slithered and rolled. I don't think that counts, though. And another busted play, but he's making chicken salad.
Yeah, all the running backs go one way, Salmon comes the other, and then just drives his legs through a few Baxter Springs defenders for just a yard short of the first down.
Brings up a 3rd and 1 at about the 49. Trojans need to reach the midfield stripe to pick up the first down. Ashbacher in motion, the snap to Salmons. He runs off tackle, has a big gash across the 40, the 30, 20. It's a foot race now. Siler Salmons going all the way for the touchdown. No flags on the play, and the Trojans out to a 26-3 lead.
What a hole that left side of that offensive line makes.
More of an avenue.
Yeah, I mean, heck, Josh Lettner, you and I could have walked through that hole, but Siler Salmon sprints through it for a gain of.
We could have picked up 5 on that play, Jess, but Siler, young legs.
Picks up, 51?
Yeah.
Touchdown. Looks like they're going for 2.
Love in the backfield behind Salmons. Tight formation for the Trojans. Lone wide receivers Gannon Clark. They'll give it to Love. Nope. Who ended up with that?
Salmons kept it.
Salmons kept it. And he got it.
Yeah.
Trojans lead it 28-3. 10:24 to play, third quarter. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live. Welcome back to Baxter Springs. Trojans score on a big run by Siler Salmons. Kick it off to Baxter. 10:20 to play, third quarter. That return man was Logan Abbott. Gets it out to about the 32. And that's where Baxter will take over 1st and 10.
Yep, Corbin Bowen on that tackle there for the Trojans on special teams. And like we talk about, special teams is a side of the ball that gets non-mentioned from time to time, but it can win and lose a ball game.
Mark him out at the 33. Main in the backfield, 3 wide. Twins to the near side. Here's the snap. They're going to hand off straight ahead. And they're going back with what was working in the first half as they hand it off to Sam Weaver. And he barrels ahead for a gain of about 4 on the play.
Yep, and that is Junior Love and Mason Crozier in there on that tackle right there. Mason Crozier playing linebacker steps in there and fills the hole, and Junior Love finishes him off from the DN spot.
Call it a gain of 5 on the play. Sets up a 2nd down and 5 at the 38. A long 5. Main in the gun once again. 2 tight ends in this set. And he'll hand to Weaver again, and Weaver finds a gap in that Trojan line out across the 45 to the 48, and he's going to have a 1st down.
Yeah, that play's been working for them. They need a Trojan left side of their defense needs to fix that a little bit.
Gain of 10 on the play, 1st and 10.
That was number 52, who I do not have on my roster. That's that number 52 again.
Just came in through the transfer portal, maybe.
Neil player.
Main in the shotgun again, hands it off to Weaver, tries to get around the end, and I don't think that's how you're going to be successful with Weaver. He just needs to barrel forward and get behind his pads, Jess, and can't beat the Trojans to the edge that time. It'll set up a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it's because the Trojan D-line filled that hole that's been there the last 4 or 5 plays and forced him to bounce it outside, and you're right. He won't be successful trying to get to the edge on these Trojan defenders.
2nd down and 10 from the Baxter 48. Main again in the gun. Weaver in the backfield with him. He's going to let this one fly and has a man. The reception by Jacob Grant makes the first Trojan miss before the help can get there, but not before a pretty decent gain out to the Trojan 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for Baxter.
Yeah, I think that was Levi Blair went for the ball instead of the defender right there, and by the time he tried to recover, Grant was able to run through his arm tackle, and it took a whole host of Trojans. So good play by Baxter.
Gain of 24 on the play. 1st and 10 now in Trojan territory at the 33. There's a flag.
Flag on the play.
I think a couple of red jerseys moved.
I think the Trojan nose tackle jumped the snap.
Right you are, Jess, as they're going to mark it off. Bring up a 1st and 5 now from the Trojan 28.
Could you say that again, Josh? I didn't hear. What was I?
You were right,
I was
Jess.
right. Boy, first time tonight.
No, you were right about the Spring River, Jess.
Number
Don't get yourself
52 is Robert Larson. Good to get that.
1st and 5 now from the 28 for Baxter. It's probably their best drive of the night, Jess.
By far.
Main hands to Weaver again, cuts to the outside, and he's going to be near the sticks at about the 25-yard line, just inside at the 24. And, man, he's going to be close to a first down.
That far side official maybe has him just short, so. Does that go to make it 3rd down?
2nd down.
That was 1st down play.
Yeah.
Good play. They're running off the right side again, the left side of that Trojan defense.
2nd down and 1 at the 24, and your playbook gets pretty open here if you're a Baxter. There's some movement up front for Baxter, and that time Jonathan Moore, 6'3", 185-pound tackle, or I'm sorry, guard, moved before the snap, and that'll give that yardage right back.
Yep, I'll go on a bet right there and say that was a running play because he was firing off the football now. He was in a hurry to get there.
Brings up a 2nd down and 6 now from just inside the 30. Put Grant in motion. Now the handoff to Weaver, and he's going to have real close to the sticks on this one. If he didn't get it, it's going to be a 3rd down and very, very short. Less than a yard. And it will be.
Yeah, that guy Weaver cut back against the grain. That play was designed to go student body left, and Trojans had it bottled up, so he cut back, but there was Trojan defenders that stayed home right there and made the tackle.
Just inside the Trojan 25, 3rd and less than a yard here for Baxter, and if they don't turn around and hand this to Weaver, I think you got a question. Main up under center, mishandles the snap, and the Trojans are going to get the stop. It'll bring up a 4th down and 2. Man, that's a bad time for that.
Yeah, he has been in shotgun all night, and he tries to go up under center and mishandles that right there. So I assume they're in 4-down territory, and it looks like it. But you're right, Josh. Why wouldn't you just turn around? You had 2 chances to gain a yard by a running back here that Trojans been having trouble stopping.
Well, now I think everybody in this vicinity knows who's getting the ball here, and they go back to the shotgun now. And so Weaver's got to get 4 yards forward before he can even reach the line of scrimmage. He does. He goes right side. Trojans undercut him, but he's going to have enough for the 1st down. It's going to be close, but I think he's across by about the length of the football.
We bring it into Whitehead to eye it.
And it is. Oh, they're going to measure it.
Have it.
Extra sure. Bring in the surveyors.
Yep. Refs need their paycheck too, so they're going to be 100% sure that they are right.
Clock stopped, 5 minutes to play, 3rd quarter.
But I think you're right, Josh. It's going to be half the football.
No, Jess, it's the length of the football.
By the nose of the football.
Oh.
Just enough.
We're in familiar territory. We're both wrong.
First time tonight.
1st down and 10 for Baxter from the Trojan 24.
And we have still have an official's timeout. Must be the Acacia water break.
Where's our water?
I don't know.
Yeah, Daryl, where's our water?
I found a chair.
I specifically requested the mini bar.
Heavy on the bar, little on the mini.
Yeah. More bar than mini. Oh. Try not to trip over the breather tube for the toilets here. Cause some minor disaster. We're this close to a water source, Jess. We could cause an environmental catastrophe here.
Yeah.
Think about the turtles.
The white bass that swim up Spring River to spawn.
I've not heard of that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
White bass?
Yeah. You don't know what a white bass is?
I'm not going to get into that with you.
Okay.
Jess.
It's not as...
Sure, it's just as good as any other kind of bass.
Well, kind of. I prefer a black bass over a white bass, but...
Is there a flavor difference?
I don't know.
Different profile?
Black bass are more fun to catch, in my opinion. They pay better when you catch a lot of them.
Really?
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go.
Yeah. First and 10 now for Baxter from the Trojan 24. And Weaver trying to run a little counter in the backfield, and good penetration that time by the Trojan defense. And that was Blake Brokop getting in there to bust that one up.
Yeah, Brokop right there. Trojans had enough of Weaver, and we got a downed Lion. But
looks like some cramping going on there.
Right after the water break.
Yeah.
And that's Weaver. Uh-oh, hope they didn't roll up on his ankle.
Oh,
maybe.
yeah, he looks to be pretty ginger on that right ankle as he's coming off the field here. It sets up a second down and call it 12.
And Weaver's kind of been gashing this Trojan defense, so the Trojans come out and put a stun on, and they blitz Brokaw linebacker up the middle, and he gets through there really easy to bust that play all up.
So now their biggest weapon on the sideline. Baxter looking at a second down and 12 at the Trojan 26. Main in the gun, 2 wide. Here's the snap. Trojans bring a blitz up the middle. They're getting pressure on him. He'll let it fly. And it's picked off.
Newton.
Picked off by Newton as he takes off down the sideline. There's a late flag, 2 flags. I think we had a blindside block against the Trojans. It might be some unnecessary roughness as we have an injured Lion down on the field, and that's Riley Daniel, 5'8", 155-pound sophomore. Just kind of got an ear hold on that play. And now Trojans start to take a knee because they can see that he's injured over there. And I think the flag is going to go against Girard, but it's not going to overturn that turnover. It happened after the interception. Stops the clock, 4 minutes to play, third quarter. As the Baxter training staff is going to go out there and get a look at Riley Daniel. Didn't see the block. I'm sure you at home could rewind and watch it, but it looked like Brokaw may have caught him out there in the open field. Just trying to block for your guy returning the punt, or returning the interception, and not always aware of the damage you're going to do. You're just out there trying to be aggressive. And looks like Daniel's going to be okay as he gets up on his feet, and he's going to come off under his own power. But good to see he's okay.
Yeah, Newton there undercutting that throw. Just did a good job. He was actually running side by side with the receiver and
just caught it in stride.
Yeah,
like.
Great job there by Adrian Newton.
And as a defensive back, you play that first half and you know that the opposing teams, they're going to put them up for grabs. And you're just kind of licking your chops knowing that at some point you're going to have a chance to get in there like Newton did there and cut it off. And after the penalties, which I didn't see.
They marked it all the way back.
They mark it all the way back to the 13-yard line. I didn't see the call for what the penalties were. I'm going to assume they were unnecessary roughness or something like that. But the Trojans, nonetheless, will take over on their own 13-yard line.
Personal foul with the call.
Personal foul, yep. Blindside.
So Trojans take over 1st and 10 at their own 13. pitch outside. There's a fumble on the exchange, and Ashbacher able to get back on top of it. He just never really handled the pitch. Came late. And the Trojans dodge a bullet there, and they only lose a yard, so it'll set up a second down at 11 at about the 12.
Yeah, Baxter kind of blowed that up early, and Cullen a little late with the pitch, and not a great pitch that Ashbacher could handle.
So now Cullen in the pistol. Put a man in motion. They hand it off straight ahead this time, and I think that was Mason Gilmore on the carry. Gilmore out across the 15 to about the 17. Mark him down at the 16.
Yep, still not much there, but Gilmore is able to get it behind his pads and push the pile for that 3 yards.
Sets up a third and a long 7. The Trojan 16. Under 3 minutes to play, third quarter. Trojans lead it 28-3 over Baxter. And Bowen in motion. He gets the pitch, makes a cut across the 20, makes another man miss, stays in bounds across the 25. And I believe Corbin Bowen's going to have enough for a Trojan first down.
Yeah, pretty nifty running there by Bowen. Just a quick pitch, get him to the outside. And we talk about it all the time, Josh. Sometimes the playmakers just need the ball in their hand, and Bowen right there makes a guy miss, stays in bounds, and gets enough yardage for the first down.
Call it a gain of 11 for Bowen. Trojans have it first and 10 at their own 27.
I mean, Bowen's almost just so nifty and shifty that at any time he could almost go the distance.
Calling in the pistol again. Handoff straight ahead to Gilmore. He drags a defender across the 30 to about the 31. Looks like a gain of about 4.
Nothing too special there. Baxter did a good job of filling all the gaps. And Gilmore just behind his pads muscles his way.
Second down and a long 5 now from just inside the Trojan 32. Getting down around a minute and a half to play here in this first half. Ashbacher goes in motion. Now they're trying to get a pre-snap read on what Baxter's trying to do. Handoff straight ahead to Gilmore off tackle. Pushes his way near the 40-yard line, and it'll be another Trojan first down.
Yeah, Baxter's coming out. They're playing a 5-man front, yet the Trojans are still running between the tackles. So kudos to the front 5 of the Girard Trojans just to be able to run in between there.
Gain of 9 on the play for Gilmore. Trojans have it first and 10 at their own 41, under a minute to play. No hurry here, as I think Trojans are comfortable going to the locker room up 28-3. Now Cullen back to pass, looking downfield. Has Scott Moore, he's knocked down, and they're going to whistle pass interference on number 4. That's Jacob Grant, 6'4", 180-pound senior. Got his legs tangled up with Moore and draws a couple of flags out there. And Trojans will pick up 15.
Yep, not a spot foul in high school, I do know that. But, yeah, I think maybe even more than legs, I think Grant maybe stiffed arm Moore there at the very end to push him back. Nonetheless, good route, good read, good throw.
Sets the Trojans up first and 10 at the Baxter 44 now. 44 seconds on the clock. Clock stopped because of the penalty.
First down Trojan. At the line 44.
2 wide in this set. Both Moore and Tyler. They'll run straight ahead with Gilmore. Big hole again for Mason. And he's out across the 25 to about the 23. And the Trojans might use a timeout here. Just we'll see. They're going to move the chains. Clock stops. Now the official rolls it, even though the chains are still on the move.
Yeah, it's still just third quarter, so I don't think we're too worried about a timeout quite yet. But Gilmore was not touched for 15 yards down the field.
Right.
What a hole this Girard offensive linemen are starting to create.
Call it a gain of about 19 on the play. Sets up first down 10 for the Trojans from the 23. Gilmore in the backfield behind Cullen. 3 wideouts in this set. And Gilmore will get it again. Sheds off a tackle, and he's on through the races. Touchdown, Mason Gilmore. And the Trojans lead at 34-3 as time ticks off to the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, and we talked about it a little bit in the pregame show, Josh, where this more experienced Trojan offensive line may be able to lean on this Baxter Springs D-line and wear them down in the second half. It looks like that's what they're doing.
23-yard touchdown run by Mason Gilmore. Caps off an 8-play, 87-yard drive for the Trojans.
Now we got to call a timeout on a special team extra point as we don't have enough men on the field.
They didn't ever roll the play clock, so it's still sitting there at 25. So the Trojans kind of given a favor there by the officials. Now they roll the play clock. So it didn't have to burn the timeout. That kick is off wide to the left. No good. And after the third quarter, Trojans lead at 34-3 over the Baxter Springs Lions. We'll step away for a break, and we'll be back. Fourth quarter action coming up on the other side. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Why settle for less than the best? Croc-Can's gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Croc-Can has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Croc-Can.
One quarter left to play here at Baxter Springs. Trojans comfortably out in front, 28-3 over the Baxter Springs Lions. They just cashed in on a 23-yard touchdown run by Mason Gilmore, and he was the back of choice on that drive. Carried the ball 5 times, finally punching it in as Trojans lock in the four-wheel drive and take a 34-3 lead over Baxter on this hot, sweaty, balmy night. Poland kicks off. Again, mishandled by Baxter. Caleb Grant picks it up finally, and the Trojans bring him down at the 20-yard line. So there's not been a kick return for Baxter tonight that hasn't started with a little bit of chaos. And this will be some of their worst field position of the night.
But because of that, the Trojan defenders were able to get down and corral and just not let him go anywhere once he did get his hands on the ball.
So 1st and 10 from just inside their own 20-yard line for Baxter. Maine leads them to the line. He's in the shotgun with Weaver in the backfield with him. 3 wide receivers for the Lions. Trojans bring a little bit of pressure with the linebacker. They hand off to Weaver, and he's brought down after a gain of about 2 out to about the 23-yard line.
Got Zeb Poland in there playing linebacker right there as they run a blitz with one linebacker, and Weaver able to cut off of that blitz and Poland to make a great tackle right there, just allowing a short gain.
Looks like they're going to give him about 4, bring it up at a second down and a long 6 at the 24. 3 wide again. Weaver in the backfield with Maine. Now he'll make a man miss in the backfield, and Trojans about blew that one up for a loss, but Weaver able to drive ahead for a gain of about 2 up to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, that is Jaden Kirkpatrick playing in on the left side D end. Weaver did make him miss, but Kirkpatrick, give him some credit. He was already on his knees.
3rd down and 3 now for Baxter. Who do you think's getting the ball here, Jess?
I'd give it to Weaver.
10.5 to play in the ball game. And it is to Weaver. They fake some end-around action, and he's out across the 30. It's going to be close, but I think he's got it. Depending upon the spot. So. No, it looks like that's a very conservative spot. And I think it's going to be 4th down and short. Nope. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and move the chains.
Yep. That's what I get for guessing.
Looked short to me, man. They didn't even measure, and they're going to go ahead and give him the first down. First and 10, Baxter. 3 wide again in this set. Weaver lined up in the gun with Maine. Trojans again bring some pressure straight up the middle. Maine back to pass, looking deep. Jump ball, and it was out of bounds. And Jacob Grant, the intended receiver, but he would have had to catch it about a yard out of bounds.
Yeah, Robbie Bruning, great coverage right there. There again, giving up quite a few inches in height, but step for step with the receiver down the sideline and use that sideline as another defender and force the throw to be out of bounds.
Good job by Bruning to force the incompletion, stops the clock, 9:45 to play in the game. 2nd down and 10 for Baxter from the 30. Trojans lead at 34-3. Trailed at 3-0 towards the end of the first quarter, and then it's been all Trojans since. Maine back to pass once again, looking for Grant over the middle, and Grant kind of running a bit of a post and just too high for Grant. And Trojans had him double covered. It falls incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, so Trojans only rushed 3 right there, and they dropped 7 in pass coverage. So that is good luck trying to find an open receiver. So Baxter trying to throw it again into double and sometimes triple coverage. Lucky it just falls incomplete.
And when the Trojans drop 7, the Baxter coach is probably looking at that thinking, we can run a draw here.
Yeah. And why not give the ball to number 22?
Right.
I know you're down 31 points, but 22 can carry the rock.
Yep. And try and keep that Trojan offense off the field. And Baxter's going to call a timeout to talk it over. We'll take a timeout as well. 9:40 to play. Trojans way out in front, 34-3. More fourth quarter action when we come back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
The first one here is a 2017 Ford Focus with only 21,000 miles. That one's not for sale, though. I'm going to probably keep that one. Hi, my name's Eddie. 2016 Chevy Malibu with only 13,000 miles, but I might hang on to that one too, so let me show you the next one. Ford F-150, but that one's going to stay with me too. So let's go down to the next one here. Hi, I'm Eddie. 2017 F-150, so we have 3 of them. I could probably let that one go. Hi, my name's Eddie. 2015 Ford Transit Cargo. I'm going to keep that one because I have to move here soon. But the rest of them, you're welcome to come out and look at. And I think you like a lot of them. We appreciate your business. Just hope everybody had fun.
Welcome back to Baxter Springs. Trojans having a good time tonight. Homecoming night here in Baxter. 3rd down and 10 for the Lions. Maine back to pass, rolling far side, looking to dump it short off the hands of his intended receiver. Trying to get the ball to Logan Abbott and couldn't connect. Sets up a 4th down and 10. 9:35 to play, 4th quarter. Trojans set to get it back here. Pending this punt, I don't expect any trickery here, Jess.
Nope. And Maine, to give him credit, he's thrown into tight coverage all night, but that one just kind of got away from him. He saw a red jersey with no white jerseys around him and just kind of missed him.
Jacob Grant gets the punt away, takes a Baxter hop, and then out of bounds at the Trojan 37. That's where Girard will take over, 1st and 10 with 9.5 to play.
So Trojans run some substitutions out on that defensive drive. So I assume maybe we're going to have a few subs maybe on the offensive side. But as I say that and they coming out to huddle, it looks like that's still most of the starters out there. And, Josh, we talk about maybe getting some underclassmen playing time, but you know who plays a lot of downs for the Trojans?
Underclassmen?
A lot of underclassmen, so.
Siler Salmon's back in the game. Junior Love lined up behind him in the pistol. 2 wide receivers off to the far side. They'll put Ashbacher in motion. Here's the snap. Salmon's going to keep. Makes it around the end of the line before being wrapped up around the legs. He falls forward for a gain of about 6 on the play. Up to, we'll call it the 44.
Oh, got a Baxter defender cramping down there on the field. They're stretching his leg out. But good job there by Salmons to keep, first of all, read the play, keep the ball, and as he was getting tackled, he made sure that he fell forward, which is always a good thing if you're a ball carrier.
2nd down and 4 for the Trojans from their own 43, and that Baxter defender who was cramping, able to get off the field, that's Jonathan Moore, 6'3", 185-pound sophomore. 6'3" sophomore.
Yep. It's a future.
Be all right in a couple
I
of years.
think the future's still bright down here in Baxter Springs, Kansas. They're trending.
You just got to keep them out of that transfer portal to Riverton and Galena.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Transfer portal. It's a real deal anymore.
It's a real deal.
All the way down to
transfer portals.
Probably junior high level.
Crawford County, too. 2nd down and 4, under 9 minutes to play in the game. Salmons hands it straight ahead, and I think that was Love. It was, and he's going to be about a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, Baxter's defense did a good job on their front 5 to keep their hands on the offensive linemen and keep fighting those blocks until just not allow Junior to very many yards at all.
What do you think, 4-down territory here, Jess?
Oh, it has to be.
Yeah.
As long as and on the ground, too. We keep this clock running.
3rd down and 1 now for the Trojans from their 46. Only one wide receiver in this formation. They'll put Ashbacher in motion to the far side. Salmon's just going to keep it. He's got the first down out across midfield to about the Baxter. They're going to mark him at about the 48.
Yep, and did a good job not only getting the first down, but staying in bounds. So that clock's going to roll.
Gain of 6 on the play for Salmons. 1st down and 10 for the Trojans. Under 8 minutes now. Tick-tock.
From the banks of the Spring River, no wind.
I see the bugs are out.
Yeah.
Well, enjoying the lights tonight. They can't help themselves, Jess. Straight ahead. And Junior Love off to the races, dodges a leg tackle and into the end zone. 48-yard touchdown run for Junior Love.
Yeah, Baxter tried to run a blitz right there. They sent, if I can get my paper turned, they sent number 2, Logan Abbott, in off the corner blitz and missed. And when you put a run blitz on and miss the ball carrier, then there was nobody in the secondary to stop Junior Love.
Trojans going to go for the kick.
I need to work on this. Poland's normally pretty good, but here's that natural grass. He kicks all the time off of turf, and this thicker grass, he hasn't been real accurate tonight.
Getting natural turf toe. Got this one up, and it's good.
Broadcaster's jinx. Works both ways. Good kick by Poland.
So the Trojans lead it 41-3 with 7 minutes left to play in the game. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at J. Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Trojans cap off a 4-play, 63-yard drive with a 48-yard touchdown run by Junior Love to take a 41-3 lead over Baxter. And again, problems fielding the kick for the Lions, and they're going to down it at their own 3-yard line. And that time they're unable to recover from the mishandled kick. And that was Logan Abbott, again, the 5'8", or 5'9", 135-pound sophomore, just mishandled the kick, and then when he finally did get it, he was on a knee and got whistled down inside the 5-yard line. They're going to give him the benefit and move it up to the 4.
Yep, they've continued to run the clock here, so if Baxter was smart, they could probably take all 40 seconds. And
5:20 to play. Maine flanked in the shotgun. And the Trojans right there to stop this one after a short gain. As I believe that was the first carry tonight for Jackson DeKaiser, 5'3", 135-pound freshman. And he'll pick up about 2 to the 6-yard line.
So, yeah, Baxter's brought in Cole Parrish to come in to play quarterback as well.
Parrish in the gun, and again, they're going to hand this one off as this is Jet Giesel, 5'9", 145-pound freshman. So this has devolved into a freshman game, Jess.
Yep, Trojans are subbing some people in and out as well.
As Baxter's kind of run up the white flag of personnel, now the Trojans trying to match it defensively.
Try to keep up with some of the substitution. That's Cord Krasinski, freshman, come in to play linebacker.
Sounds appropriate. Shotgun again, and are they going to let the play clock run all the way down? They could call a timeout. I don't know if you got there's a flag out here.
But I think
and they're going to whistle a timeout for Baxter. They'll just pick the flag up. Stops the clock with 3:47 to play in the game. And Baxter looking at a 3rd down and long from their own 6-yard line. I'm just going to give up on this stat sheet, Jess. I quit.
Don't trip.
I'm done adding and subtracting and tallying, carrying the 1. Nice catch, bud.
Yep. I'm just doing my job. Not only do I have to support excellent color commentation, I have to keep you from tripping.
Falling over the sewer pipe.
I did wear Crocs today if you need an extra 5 to count, you know.
Yeah.
Surprised that I've got Crocs on, I know.
I wish I had Crocs on, Jeff. I'm just kind of jealous of the lush softness that your feet are experiencing right now. Another handoff off tackle. Student body right. Not enough for the first down. It'll set up a punting situation here for Baxter as the clock rolls down around 3.5 minutes to play.
Yep, and that is number 66 for the Trojans. That is Mason Crozier in there on that tackle. They don't have a JV
punter.
Yes. Special team kick return, so they got to run their first team all back out there. Trojans are a little late getting off the field and going to have to call timeout maybe.
Oh, goodness.
Yep.
One thing we don't like, it's a timeout. Stops the clock with 3:09 to play in the game. We'll step away for a quick break, and we'll be back. Trojans leading it 41-3 here in Baxter. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
And we're back. Under 3 minutes to play in the game. Baxter punts it away. Trojans have it. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the Baxter 38-yard line.
Good snap. They needed that to get the ball out, but punter kicked it as far as he could and got 30 yards out of it.
Well, Jess, it's time to play Learn Your Roster.
Yeah. And hopefully you can see.
And a bunch of underclassmen in the game. Will do our best.
I don't see very good in the daylight, let alone the dark, Josh. So. Jackson Smith at quarterback.
And a good gainer there on 1st down for the Trojans across the 30 to about the Baxter 29. It'll set up a 2nd down and about 1 from there.
Zeb Poland carry that ball. Right, 30.
If you say so.
Good run by Zeb. Young freshman quarterback Jackson Smith.
We'll call it a 2nd down and 2. Under a minute and a half and counting to play. Smith in the pistol. Poland in the backfield behind him. Poland will get the carry straight ahead again. Across the 25, spins off a tackler down to about the 23. 1st down, Trojans.
We had good running behind his pad is Zeb Poland. We see Zeb a lot. He's our punter, kicker, plays some linebackers. First time I've seen him play on the offensive side of the ball and running the ball hard.
Call it a gain of 7 on the play for Poland. Under a minute now, as it's become an academic exercise.
Yeah, I want to see the young Smith kid air one out here.
I want to see the double reverse flea flicker.
Right.
And Trojans going to just line up in victory formation. I think they're just going to take a knee and get out of here with a solid 41-3 win over this Baxter squad. Trojans will improve to 2-1 on the season. Baxter will fall to 1-2.
And that's it.
And that will do it. We'll take a quick break. And we'll be back with the Eastside Cafe postgame show. Give you your player of the game. We'll talk about how we're not going to have a postgame coach interview. All kinds of stuff coming up on the other side of the break at the Eastside Cafe postgame show. Trojans win it 41-3 over Baxter Springs. We'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Welcome back to Baxter Springs, Kansas. Trojans come out on top tonight, 41-3 over the Baxter Springs Lions. This is the Eastside Cafe postgame show brought to you by none other than Eastside Cafe. You can experience the best breakfast in town 6 days a week at 120 South Ozark Street in Girard on the east side of the square in beautiful downtown Girard. They're proud supporters of Trojan Athletics, and you can stop in tomorrow morning for your $1 short stack thanks to a Trojan sack that occurred in this very game. I have it written down here somewhere. It was in the second quarter. It happened. It's on video. Trust me, it happened. So stop in tomorrow to get your $1 short stack from Eastside Cafe as the beautiful moon starts to rise over the east horizon here, over the Spring River here in Baxter Springs, Kansas. Trojans come out of here with a win tonight. 3 interceptions for the Trojans tonight. Did lose a couple of fumbles there in the first half, but able to clean up that action for 3 quarters of the game and force 3 interceptions from Baxter Springs. And then the Trojan offense with some big plays tonight, a 41-yard touchdown pass from Cullen to Scott Moore, and then a couple big touchdown runs by Junior Love, one of 35 yards and one 48 yards, and then a big touchdown run as well by Siler Sammons. Trojans took advantage of the big plays, prevented the turnovers after that first quarter, and they come away with the road win, improved to 2-1 on the season. And that's important because next week on the road in Frontenac, and that's going to be a tough game as Frontenac beat Colgan 26-0 last week. And they're a very aggressive team. They were on the road tonight in Riverton, and based on what we saw from Riverton, I would think that Frontenac probably came out on top in that game. So you're looking at a 3-0 Raider squad as the Trojans come in at 2-1 and try and win a big rivalry game there in Crawford County. But they get the win tonight here against Baxter Springs. And that's all that's really important, Jess.
Yeah.
Let's worry about this week. Worry about next week. So Baxter falls to 1-2 next week. I thought I had it down here where they play next week. I guess I didn't care earlier, and now I don't have it. But season gets tougher for Baxter going on down the road this year. They did have a win over Afton, Oklahoma last week. And for the Trojans, a big road game against Leon Miller's squad there in Frontenac, the Leon Miller experience. And they're having a really good year this year. They got a really aggressive and fast defense. And then, as you know, Coach Miller kind of plays keep away with the offense. So once their offense gets the ball kind of the 3 yards in a cloud of dust sort of approach, and it's real hard when they dominate the time of possession battle. And so it's going to be a tough one next week in Frontenac.
Yeah, Frontenac's going to be really good if they have the lead, of course, because you're right, Coach Miller likes to play keep away.
So we got to have a player of the game, Jess, and I think last week we gave it to Ben Cullen for having just an all-around good game, but tonight really the big shocker plays and the dominating runs, I think, came from Junior Love, and he's going to be our player of the game tonight. Our player of the game brought to you by Evans Motors. Get the keys to your next ride with a stop at Evans Motors. Nate Deddy have decades of experience getting folks into the right car, truck, van, or SUV that's right for them and their family. Stop by and see them at the intersections of Highway 69 and 400 just south of Pittsburgh, or see their full selection online at evansmotors.net. We'll step away for a quick break. When we come back, more of the Eastside Cafe postgame show as we get set to put a bow on this one. From here in Baxter Springs, you're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live. Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $1 short stacks the next day. Eastside Cafe, a favorite of the Four States winner. Go Trojans from Eastside Cafe.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with the Jay Hatfield Auto Group. We've been serving the Four States area for over 29 years, and we now have 6 locations which offer Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Each of our locations is operated by a Jay Hatfield family member or managing partner. At Jay Hatfield, we're here to earn your business and trust. We have approximately 300 pre-owned and 300 new vehicles in stock or on their way, and we're making deals. Come see us at Jay Hatfield location today and let us make you part of the Jay Hatfield family.
The first one here is a 2017 Ford Focus with only 21,000 miles. That one's not for sale though. I'm going to probably keep that one.
Hi, my name's Eddie.
2016 Chevy Malibu with only 13,000 miles, but I might hang on to that one too. So let me show you the next one. Ford F-150, but that one's going to stay with me too. So let's go down to the next one here.
Hi, I'm Eddie.
2017 F-150, so we have 3 of them. I could probably let that one go.
Hi, my name's Eddie.
2015 Ford Transit Cargo. I'm going to keep that one because I have to move here soon. But the rest of them, you're welcome to come out and look at. And I think you'd like a lot of them. We appreciate your business.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
Welcome back one final time to Baxter Springs, Kansas, before they turn the lights out on us. Trojans come out on top tonight, 41-3 over the Baxter Springs Lions. And, Jess, we gave Junior Love our player of the game, but really a good game tonight if we're looking at a whole unit. By that Trojan defense, they really stifled Galena all night long, and those Trojan defensive backs just kind of feasted on the passing game that was all too willing to just throw it up for grabs tonight.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to touch base real quick. Offensive players are always going to get the glory, but this game, the defense only allowed a handful of first downs total. They had 2 or 3 picks. The special teams and the boys down in the trenches, by the time the fourth quarter got here, we just wore Baxter plumb out. And so it's an overall great game, but kudos Junior Love busting off some great runs, and he deserves player of the game for sure.
And they're going to have to build on this next week as they got a tough one on the road at Frontenac. And, of course, we'll have that one for you here on Girard Sports Live. Pregame starts at about 6:20, kickoff at 7 from Frontenac. You got something else to add?
And just remember, if you don't have anything going on tomorrow, you can always go to Erie, where the Trojan volleyball girls have started the year off 11-1.
Yep.
And, there's a lot of fun to watch. They're a great little volleyball team.
All right. So for Jess Murphy, Daryl McLeod, Sarah Goebel, and Cole Grant, I'm Josh Lettner saying thanks for joining us. You've been watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks for watching. From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.